guys. I actually have the phone flipped the wrong way, so hopefully I won't look the wrong way. Whatever. Joe here, doing a random free-ish pickup video. And what I mean by that is I've said in previous videos that my goal is to collect for free. However, to do that, I was buying large bundles of items, going and buying, for example, a bunch of Amiga and Commodore and PC games and all that crap just to get a few things that I wanted to keep, like an original Monopoly box. That requires me to outlay cash, sell the items that I don't need to keep in order to recoup my money. All the stuff I'm going to show you, I either traded in extras for store credit where I work, a little bit of cash, or to other people. So keep that in mind. No cash came out of my wallet. This was all trades and or free, and a bunch of this stuff is free, and you will see why. Starting with a monitor. And I'm sure you're saying, well, big frickin' whoop, it's just a monitor, who gives a crap? It's actually not a bad monitor. It's a older ViewSonic 20-inch, 19.5-inch, whatever you want to call it, but it does display in HD. And as you can see, this one is DVI. I actually have a DVI to HDMI adapter on it right now, but it also has built-in speakers, so you can put audio in as well. Now, for all of the uninitiated out there, DVI is basically exactly the same as HDMI. It's just DVI does not carry sound. That's why the audio port's on there. But yeah, this is going to sit on my desk, and this will be the system that's hooked up to the Xbox One, because I don't need a giant screen for that. However, I do have the big screen, but my father has that right now because, well, we won't go into that. But anyways, this will be my desk screen, unlike the old big-ass Sharp Aquos that was up there. That is going to move over here behind me, and it will become the old game system TV. So I can hook up, for example, an RGB FAT 360 that I have. I have the black and an arcade white one. I think I'll turn the arcade white one into the old game system just for testing games and stuff. And you'll see why in a minute. And then I have some other stuff to show you for free. I got another controller base, and I don't use it to actually charge controllers, because for the 360 I just leave them plugged into the system using the plug and play kit, because I have extra long cables, and let's face it, when I'm playing that, I'm never that far. So yeah, this will display my controllers, because again, with my weird fetish, that's a bit wrong word, with my weird collecting criteria, I collect the different controllers, and I collect the different accessories, and I collect not for resale and sealed copies of things. So yeah, that was cool. I got that for free because a buddy of mine was just going to throw it out. I got a power brick for a 360 FAT for free, and I said it before, and I'll explain it one more time just in case you didn't watch the last video. The reason why you can get component parts for systems dirt cheap now, and whole systems, is because Xbox is no longer being supported. Xbox 360 is no longer being supported by Microsoft. Main reason being, at least I think, is that the 360 is DVD based, which is technology that Sony was using back on the PS2. And I'm sure that it costs more money to make specialized equipment or repair parts for the equipment they already have to press DVD games than it does to make Blu-ray games, because that's where everybody has invested their money, is into Blu-ray discs. So I'm assuming that's one of the reasons. Number two is just the Xbox One and the PS4 have been out now for what, going on 3 years. So it was time for them to finally kill off the old system. But that leads me to my next point. GameStop, and they did it when the PS2 was announced that they were going to stop supporting that, and every system before it. Now that they're not going to support the 360, they're starting to cull their population of 360 games. So you can go in and you can get games like, well, Big Thumpin', but that was just because I needed to use up the last dollar of credit I had. But for $1.99, I got Liberty City Stories. For 99 cents, another NBA game. Raven Squad, which one of my friends told me is a horrible game, so I got it just to try it. Another Splinter Cell game. And then these, If you had bought these two games, Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, just last week, these would have cost upwards of $16 for the pair. I got them both for $4. LA Noire, which was a $10 game a week ago, is now a $2 game. And all 3 discs were perfect. I did pick up Uncharted 2 Game of the Year Edition for $2 because it was in a not for resale case, but I tore the case trying to take this sticker off, but I do know we have another one at work, so I'm going to trade for that. Again, I'm a not for resale and sealed guy. For the Xbox One, I actually picked up a copy of Batman Arkham Knight because I was able to buy a brand new copy for $17. You can do it too. All you got to do is go into GameStop right now and pick up a few different games, and you just ask your store manager whichever store you go into, and they'll be able to tell you which games have been marked down, because a lot of the overstocked games where they bought too many copies of them that have been sitting around forever have all started to drop in price. For example, this was sealed brand new, and it's a day one edition. It still has the Harley Quinn story pack DLC code in it, so that was cool, and it was $10 cheaper than the used one because they haven't dropped that price yet. For the Xbox One, I picked up the Atlas Pro Edition of Modern Warfare. I know the game sucks, and that's why people are getting the Legendary Edition of Infinite Warfare so that they can get Modern Warfare Remastered. But, you know, it was $12, I think, with everything. Whereas the PS4 version is still $25. I picked this up a while ago. I just picked this one up yesterday, in fact. So now I have them both. Both Pro Atlas editions, one for PS4, one for Xbox One. And since I sold my PS4, it's better to have it on Xbox One. So I showed you before, I have a Lunar controller. I was trying to get a second one. One came in at trade at work, but we sold it already. So instead, I got a Day 1 edition. I just like my different controllers. I told you about it, but I don't think I showed it to you. The Modern Warfare 3 controller, however, this one has a problem with the stick to where it's not looking correctly. If you're inverted, when you release the stick, it wants to look straight down, yeah, because the stick thinks it's going up for some reason. So I'm going to have to trade that in and get a different one. I got this thing for free because it's just horrendous and grody and has bad sticks, but it's a white one, which is just good for trades or bundling with systems. I have that white arcade system that I was telling you about, so I may clean the snot out of that, put some different sticks on it, and couple it with this all-white chat pad, which I got using some trade, and have that system complete. I did get a free 360 Connect because it's a 360 Connect. Although it still trades in for $10, which is kind of funny because a fat 360 only trades in for 15. A free 20 gig hard drive because the price on hard drives has bottomed out. If you go right now to the store, you can get for $59 a 500 gigabyte hard drive, which was $130 2 weeks ago. I actually had that 320 gig that I picked up from a guy, and I was able to swap it into my Halo 3 enclosure. This was the 20 gig that was in there. I swapped it out for a 320 gig, so now I have a 320 gig system. Halo 3 system, so that's cool. For free, I got a wireless PS3 controller with the dongle. You have to have that in order to make this thing work, so keep that in mind. I also believe that makes this usable on PC because it's got the dongle, but you guys might have to correct me. It's an Afterglow, so yeah, if anybody knows, please let me know below. Either that or I'll just trade it in, because even an aftermarket controller I think trades in for $9. Couple of cases, Pokemon Black and Pokemon White version 2. These were just going to get thrown away, so I got them for free. And then a lady called me, sold me a DS for $12, and I already traded in the DS for $25. But in there was a Brain Age not for resale copy, which I'm keeping because I'm an idiot and I like not for resale. I'll stop saying that over and over and over, and you guys can move on with your day. But yeah, so that was it. I think that's all I need to talk to you guys about. I am getting my leg looked at again. Hopefully, I'll be all right. If not, there will be a clip right about here.
I'm trying to like lean it anyways. Not that much, but I know I will. So it's like I just have to keep going.
Otherwise, this would have just been 9 seconds of me just sitting here staring off into space and blinking like an idiot. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully, this will get uploaded without that extra video because I don't want my leg to be screwed up. But I know my luck. I know my luck. So that's it for tonight. If you have any questions, leave them below. If you have any comments, leave them below. That's about it. So we will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I know that I'm kind of all over the place. I'm a very random person, but I just like having an outlet. Up until I started doing these videos, I used to just sit by myself and do nothing. So now I get to sit and do nothing with potentially millions of people. Although it's actually 32. 32? 32. Thu was a nice lady. She used to make me soup. Mainly because she liked to hear me say soup. Oh, what do you have, darling? I'll have the soup. Yeah. Random outro.